Hello, and welcome to Dell Botanical Gardens for another episode of Children in the Dell. I'm Kylie Bostock, a summer intern here, and I get the pleasure of taking you all on a tour of our sensory garden beds. If you don't know where those are, they're located within our family gardens area. When you come straight through the holly alley, you see the cabin behind me, and you continue to go straight back and you'll run right into them. In a second, I'll show you exactly where they are and how to interact with our sensory garden beds in a respectful manner. But before we go back there, I want to let you know what a sensory garden is, and also why it's beneficial. A sensory garden is a garden that allows our visitors to experience and enjoy a wide variety of sensory stimulation that you don't see on a normal day-to-day basis. These beds can be aimed to stimulate all 5 of your senses or a combination. Ours will stimulate about 3 of your senses: touch, sight, and smell. Now, why would this be beneficial? Well, a sensory garden holds benefits for all people. It allows children and adults living with a sensory disorder or autism to safely explore their senses in a calm manner. And you can even do this if you don't have a sensory disorder. These are for all people. It's inclusive, and that's what's so great about a sensory garden. So, I'm going to take you all back there in a moment and show you how to respectfully interact with these plants. You want to take your pointer finger and your thumb, and you're going to rub a leaf on the plant, really gentle, and then that smell on the plant is going to rub off onto your finger. And then you can smell your finger instead of the leaf. We don't want to take the leaves off the plants, because if everyone took a leaf off the plant, then there wouldn't be any left for visitors. And no one wants to show up to a bare and dying plant because people didn't know how to interact with them. So, I'm going to show you guys how to interact in a good way so that our plants can live for a really long time. So I'm walking back from the Children in the Dell cabin right now, and now you can see our family garden area. Right here, this bed is one of our sensory gardens, and I'm going to show you how to interact with one of them. So right here, this looks like, is this our spearmint plant? Okay, so the leaves are a little wet, but that's okay. The smell will still rub off. And just like I said earlier, you're going to take your pointer finger and your thumb, and we're going to gently rub this leaf for a couple seconds. It doesn't take long for the smell to come. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to smell it. And it smells just like spearmint gum. It's so cool. This is our lemongrass plant. Now this one, you won't really smell anything by just rubbing this leaf. This one is meant to stimulate what you hear. So I'm going to be quiet and we're going to listen. What a calming sound. And also it felt really cool on my hands, especially since there's these water droplets. That probably won't be there every visit, but it was a really cool experience. Now over here is one of my favorite plants. I'm not going to show it yet, but this is just like one of my favorite ice creams. It's the chocolate mint plant. And so I'm going to rub its leaf. It smells just like chocolate mint. It's so good. So I'm gonna walk over to our second bed. And so here we have our sage plant. And as you can see, it's really textured. It has a smell and it also has a really cool texture for you to feel. So you'll be getting 2 sensory stimulations off a plant like this. It has a really distinct smell. I can't exactly describe it, but next up is our scented geranium. Now, this is really cool because it smells like another type of plant, a rose. These have kind of a rough texture. And so when you're feeling it, once again, you're getting 2 stimulations, the touch and the smell. And it does smell just like a rose. So for one of our last plants that I'm going to show you, it's going to be our elfin thyme. It has a really cool texture to it. You can kind of smell it, but for the most part, these plants are going to stimulate just your touch. It's almost like a carpet. It's a plant carpet. It's so cool. Just lightly touch it. So, if you were inspired today by our family gardens, I highly encourage that you check out our online plant market. We sell scented geraniums, just like this one. We have some chamomile, which I didn't show today. We don't have that in our beds, but there's pictures online of it. We also have a couple varieties of mint, just like this spearmint plant that I interacted with the first time. So, you can have your own sensory garden bed at home, or next time you come out to Dell, you could come and interact with it here. So, thank you guys for tuning in today's Children in the Dell episode. I hope you have a great day.